Ahead of the 2024 Lok Sabha election, India's opposition parties will convene a second joint meeting at the southern city of Bengaluru. Big posters and banners were put up welcoming leaders of the two-day meeting. 24 top leaders of political parties are expected to attend the meeting. This includes Congress Parliamentary Party Chairperson Sonia Gandhi, Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge, former party chief Rahul Gandhi, NCP Supremo Sharad Pawar, TMC Supremo and West Bengal Chief Minister Mamta Banerjee, Bihar Chief Minister and JDU leader Nitish Kumar, DMK leader and Tamil Nadu Chief Minister MK Stalin and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. The Indian Environment Ministry has said that 5 out of the 20 cheetahs brought from Namibia and South Africa died due to natural causes. It said that media reports attributing the deaths to factors like radio collars were based on speculations and hearsay without scientific evidence. Now, in a statement, the ministry also said that several steps have been planned to support the cheetah project, including the establishment of a cheetah research center with facilities for rescue, rehabilitation, capacity building and interpretation. Two people were killed and their daughter was wounded in what Russia said was a Ukrainian attack on the Crimean Bridge. The key bridge serves as an artery for Russian troops in Ukraine and is a prestige project opened by President Vladimir Putin. It may take weeks, if not months, for normal traffic operations to resume. And according to sources cited in reports, the attack was carried out by Ukrainian Security Service and the Navy, and water drones were used. South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol visited residents of a village in northern province after a landslide triggered by heavy rains killed 19 people and left 8 missing. Yoon examined the aftermath of the landslide that hit on Saturday and assured victims the government would restore the destroyed areas. President of Algeria has arrived in Beijing. He's visiting China for 5 days on the invitation of Chinese President Xi Jinping. This is the first visit of Algerian President after acquiring office in 2019. The purpose of the visit is to draw a framework for the future relations of both the nations. The two leaders will also discuss international and regional common concerns. Japan's Prime Minister Fumio Kishida is on a West Asia tour. On Sunday, Kishida met Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman in Jeddah. The two leaders discussed measures to boost energy and business ties. Saudi Arabia continues to be Japan's biggest oil exporter. Just earlier, Kishida had attended the Japan-Saudi Roundtable meeting where 26 cooperation and investment agreements were signed. The Japanese Prime Minister will also be visiting the United Arab Emirates and Qatar on the 3-day trip. Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammad Shia al-Sudani has become the first Iraqi leader to visit Syria since the outbreak of the war back in 2011. Syrian President Bashar al-Assad hosted the Iraqi Prime Minister for talks in Damascus. They discussed securing their shared border from security threats, including Islamic State militants, and agreed to enhance cooperation to reduce drug smuggling. Syria and Iraq share a 600-kilometer-long border where cross-border drug trafficking is extremely common. As boat crossings grow across the Mediterranean, Tunisia's President Kais Saied and European Commission Chief Ursula von der Leyen have signed a strategic partnership agreement that will help combat human traffickers and bolster efforts to stop irregular migration. Tunisia is the key route for migrants trying to make their way to Europe. It has lately seen a rise in racially motivated attacks. Both Russia and Iran have deep, multifaceted and long-standing connections to Syria. Russian intervention in 2015 provided decisive air power to Syria and Iranian-backed ground forces, expanding Assad's land control and solidifying regime's hold on power. American troops have been in Syria since 2015. The U.S. counter-terrorism mission is aimed at countering Iranian-backed militias and preventing the resurgence of the Islamic State group. Analysts say that Russia and Iran are coordinating to push United States out of Syria. Moscow requested a UN Security Council private meeting to discuss the humanitarian situation in the country. The head of Iran's police force announced the revival of the morality police's hijab protocols on Sunday. Some reports claim that female police officers began to arrest and berate women whose heads were uncovered. Earlier, official morality police operations had ceased for over 9 months as a response to nationwide protests. This happened after the death of 22-year-old Kurdish woman Mahsa Amini in the police custody. She was arrested for allegedly violating the mandatory dress code. At least 4 people died after a boat carrying 20 people sank in Bangladesh's Buriganga River near the capital of Dhaka. Most of the passengers were believed to have swum ashore as the water bus sank close to the bank. 8 people have been rescued so far, 5 of which are unharmed and 3 in critical condition. Hundreds of onlookers gathered at the site as rescuers in multiple boats scanned the river with flashlights. Authorities say that they are hoping to salvage the sunken vessel. The Human Rights Commission of Pakistan is alarmed at the hike in rate of crime against the Hindu minority residing in the area around Kashmir and Ghotki in Sindh. This is backed by abductions, attacks on temples and targeted attacks on the community. The Human Rights Commission of Pakistan says an estimated 30 members of the Hindu community, including women and children, have allegedly been held hostage by organized criminal gangs in the area. Reports say that these gangs have threatened to attack the community's sites of worship using high-grade weapons. The suspect behind the shooting in Georgia that killed 4 was shot and killed by officers during an intense manhunt. He was 40 years old, Andre Longmore. The exchange of gunfire came a day after Saturday morning's shootings in Hampton. A sheriff's deputy and police officer were also wounded while trying to take the suspect into custody. Clayton County Police Chief Kevin Turner has said that both officers are expected to recover. A tank at a barbecue restaurant exploded in China, killing 1 person and injuring another. According to sources, the owner of the restaurant has been detained and investigation is currently ongoing. This is not the first time a tank has blasted as similar incidents have been taking place since June. Over to some weather and climate updates. In Pennsylvania, flash floods spurred by heavy rains claimed at least 5 lives. 2 children, a 9-month-old boy and his 2-year-old sister, were also left missing. Officials said that torrential rains occurred in the Washington Crossing area, sweeping away several cars. Other parts of the East Coast experienced heavy rains too, including Vermont. Due to the strong storms, more than 350 flights were cancelled at Newark Liberty International Airport in New Jersey, and over 280 at Kennedy International Airport in New York. Hundreds of flights were delayed. The National Weather Service has issued flash flood warnings and tornado watches for parts of Connecticut, western Massachusetts, Vermont, and New Hampshire. John Kerry, the U.S. Special Presidential Envoy for Climate, landed in Beijing on Sunday for a 4-day visit. He met his Chinese counterpart today, and the talks are expected to be on reviving efforts towards curbing climate warming emissions. John Kerry says that Beijing has agreed to have a methane action plan with measures to curb methane emissions from energy, agriculture and waste.
I guess I just want to ask you...
China aims to achieve net zero CO2 emissions by 2060, but it is yet to set targets for methane and other non-CO2 greenhouse gases. Moving on to the world of business, Indian stock markets outperforms the face of global economic concerns. The Sensex and Nifty continue their incredible run, hitting fresh all-time highs on Monday. Despite weak global cues, Indian market displayed remarkable resilience, closing at new highs for the day. US stocks, furthers, and major Asian and European peers were in the red, following China's disappointing second quarter growth figures. However, sustained foreign capital inflow and positive economic outlook has been driving the Indian market circus. With the US rate hike cycle expected to end after July and India Inc.'s Q1 financial year of 24 results showing promise, investor sentiment remains upbeat. And in yet another significant move by India, Coal India Limited, along with the Paradip Port Authority and the Inland Waters Authority of India, is considering a massive investment of up to $1.46 billion to establish an industrial water transport corridor in eastern part of India. Now, this visionary project aims to connect 2 ports in Odisha through the Brahmi River and could potentially carry 12 to 15 million tons of cargo by 2030. The corridor will primarily serve the movement of finished products like steel, aluminium, sponge, iron and fertilizers, benefiting major industrial clusters in the region. A mysterious object was found on a beach in Australia, baffling the locals and authorities. A giant cylinder washed up on Greenhead Beach. It prompted speculations of it being a part of the missing plane of MH370, which disappeared in 2014. However, the speculations were dismissed after it was revealed that the part belonged to a rocket which was launched last year. A Florida neighborhood is dealing with a strange problem. Their streets are filled with a growing population of domestic rabbits. This happened after a breeder illegally set them free. Around 60 to 100 rabbits have taken up residence in the community. However, the residents are trying to raise funds to find homes for these rabbits. A flock of Humboldt penguin chicks takes their first swim in a London zoo. The 11 chicks required no aid in going to water as they splashed around in the zoo's training pool. The 11 chicks will soon join the zoo's colony of 76 Humboldt penguins once they reach full strength.